Convenient that today is September 8th, in 2009. I always viewed September as that month when there's a transformation in the world. Not just in the weather, people's lives and everything. I mean to say that there are 2 months which are placed conveniently halfway through the year on each side. And these months are September and April respectively. And it's interesting how in April feels like birth of a new concept of how our lives will be affected, and September feels like the death. Often when I think of September, I think of those last few fruitful summer days that we had that we can cling on to. And it's fitting that September has come, because I often say that life goes like that, and this year, this summer, though probably my favourite summer so far, has gone like that. Interesting. I've been wanting to do a video for quite a while now. What I wanted to talk about, I just couldn't think of anything political, shocking to say, anything at all. But you know, somebody once said to me, somebody at college I was at, "Hey, you're on YouTube, you have no life. You obviously do this because you have nothing better to do with your time. You are laughed at." And whether people from college still bother to watch these things or not is irrelevant to me. I don't care about that. What I care about, pure and simply, is my own existence. Selfish as that sounds, all human beings are selfish. I'm just an example willing to admit it. Velvet Underground, good friends. And I think to myself a lot of the time, like, why should you let somebody else affect you? And it's true all the time. People's opinions and decisions do affect us. There's somebody I know, and he's probably watching this, and he's probably going to think, oh, you go off on another rant, you go off on another thing. But the thing is, and I already said this once or twice, if you can't emotionally express yourself where people don't want to hear you, do it through the internet, through this kind of thing. This camera is my world right now, because the audience, there could be 3 people that decide to watch this, or it could be 3,000 people that decide to watch this. This camera is my audience. And that's why I feel the intense decision of wanting to do these, continue to do them, because I feel that this is such a great platform to do these sort of things. I cruised through a lot of my old videos recently, and I found I talked a lot about social issues, and I don't seem to do that very much anymore. But that doesn't really bother me, because I'm talking in a very simplified and very bad philosophical manner, really. But I really just think that priority number 1 should always be yourself in life. You should always try and constantly move into a better circle. Perhaps interesting enough as to why I choose to do these things is that, regardless of whatever the hell I'm talking about, I'm capturing me in a reality. This reality, what you see right now, this me talking to you, this hair like that, these shorts, this book, you know, well, this book, it could all like that is in one reality, but when I turn the camera off, that reality will die. This reality is not this reality, and I'm capturing myself on this almost as a memory to show a snippet of my life. And this tape will greatly outlast me. One day I'm going to die. That's a fact. However, this tape doesn't have to die. It can continue. It can greatly outlast me. It's almost like a memory. An objective persona of me in my current reality. My life right now is an interesting one. Simply the situation is college is now completely over, and the next step, and although I think I have a very good idea of what the next step will be, that next step is still progressing. And I found the best way to do these things is to push the envelope. I find that life does go like that. And I can remember when my 16th birthday was, about 3 years ago. I can remember it so crystal clear. Crystal clear, like when you watch this video of me, you will see that that tape is crystal clear. Well, imagine that crystal clear tape is the equivalent of my memory when I saw my birthday. Or when I went skiing for the first time I stood in the mountains at the age of 12, or the first time I kissed a girl. These memories are so vivid and so powerful, and I often worry that one day my memory will not be as sharp as it used to, and that could be one conservative reason as to why I choose to do these videos, to remember, but to show you how it was, and to show you in future videos or past videos how it used to be, or how it will be. I feel like I'm very lucky to live the existence that I do live, and one of my biggest fears is that I'm not deserving of any of it. Which doesn't really sound like a fear, more of an insecurity, I suppose. I'm aware that I'm pushing this video on a bit, and I'm also aware that I cannot edit them at all. Not even the slightest bit, so you have to bear with me on this. A friend of mine, a very dear and close friend of mine, is going to university later on this month, and she is a very, 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 very dear friend of mine, and I spoke to her last night on the phone, and we were talking about how we change and we move on, and how things will be. And I feel almost as if I'm heading in the right direction, and she's gotten on the train to get to where she wants to go, and I've missed that train due to a mistake I made in the past. However, I feel that I rectified the mistake, and I'm just going to wait around for the next train. Today is the 8th of September 2009, and the funny thing is I remember the start of the year crystal clear. I remember progressing through this year, and this year has shot by quicker than any other year. Ugh, bloody allergies. And I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss all the memories. But will I forget the memories? It's another story entirely.